Hey, welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. One of my friends has joined us this morning, Gina. I'm so happy to have you here.
I'm so glad to be here.
Oh, I'm so happy because I need kind of a boost and something to help me start getting more in shape for swimsuit season. And you have pretty much the perfect solution to that. This morning we're talking about the 5 fat-burning foods. You're a wellness speaker, author, and coach. And thanks for spending a little time with us here this morning to share with our viewers some of your insights into pretty much the best foods you can eat.
Well, and they're nutritious, and of course they're fat burning, and that's what a lot of people want these days. So we're going to go through different groups, and we have 5 particular foods that I want to highlight that help you get into that metabolic state, fat burning. And there's a term called thermogenesis, which means that you're burning calories. And you know, the thing is, there are so many people who are unhealthy, they need to lose weight, and the method to reverse that is actually very simple. Not necessarily easy, but very, very simple. And that's eat whole foods, mostly plants. Make sure you exercise, minimize negative stress. And that's pretty much, and watch your portions, of course, but when you're eating whole foods, it's really difficult to overeat.
Oh, yeah.
Really difficult to even get it
up a lot better.
Exactly,
and
exactly.
Speaking of, we have whole grains, which do a great job of that. Tell me about this one.
So let's start with first food group over here, which is whole grains. And whole grains put you into that thermogenesis phase, which is calorie burning. So this does not include bread, even whole grain bread or whole grain pastas. So you want to make sure that
even if it says whole grain wheat on your big bread, no,
that doesn't count. So whole grains. So up here in front we have amaranth, which is very, very tiny. It's a whole grain.
And that's this one up here in front?
Yes, and I have some unique things that you can do with that, but we don't have time for that today. We have millet, and which would be on the viewer's right. We have some brown rice, and in the boxes here is quinoa. So I have a red and a gold quinoa. There's also black that you can get. And then we have oats, and I have steel cut here, and then I have the rolled oats. And what the whole grains do is they put you into this fat burning, so you're actually burning calories while you're eating them. And if you imagine you're eating those, you're burning about 23% of those calories just by eating them.
Wow.
So very effective with fat burning.
Oh, love that. All right, so next up we have lean or plant-based protein and healthy fats.
Healthy fats. And fat is another one of those taboos. You know, it's like you don't want to get fat, so why would you eat
You need
fat?
the right fats.
Right, you need the right kind of fats. Exactly. And fat is actually more important to your body than vitamins and minerals, believe it or not. So your cells are made up of fat. And what people don't know is that your cells are made up of about half unsaturated fat and half saturated fat, believe it or not. So it's really important to get saturated fat as well, but the right type of saturated fat. So first I'm going to talk a little bit about the protein. So healthy forms of protein are fish, eggs, healthy meats. And what I mean by healthy meats is that you want to get an organic, naturally raised animal. And the reason being is the fat profile. You get more nutrients, better fats in a healthier animal. Healthy animals eat what they're naturally designed to eat. So cows eat grass.
Oh, you're asking me? Grass, yes.
Grass. And chickens eat bugs and grubs. So just like we are what we eat, so are the animals. So you want to eat a healthy animal if you're going to eat animal protein. But you can also go for plant-based proteins, which are nuts and seeds. These are pepitas right here. We have some black beans, legumes, things like that. These are chia seeds, which is actually very high in omega-3 fatty acids, and also high in protein, so you can use
chia seeds?
They look like poppy seeds. They're very tiny, black seeds. They look very much like the amaranth that we talked about.
Aztec superfood.
Right, it's a superfood, absolutely. And again, when you have a healthy type of animal protein, you're going to get healthy fats. So let's talk a little bit about healthy fats. So healthy fats would not be vegetable oil or corn or anything in a plastic bottle. So you want to get olive oil, grapeseed oil, even grass-fed butter is good, and coconut oil, my favorite. Coconut oil tastes good. It gives a nice nutty flavor to fish or vegetables.
It's used for so many things. Why is that? Why is coconut oil so special?
Coconut is considered the tree of life. You can eat its flesh. You can drink the water of a young coconut. You can drink the milk of a mature coconut, and of course you can eat the oil. And the reason why this kind of got a bad rap in the past with the saturated fat is because they thought, oh, well, saturated fat causes you to elevate your LDL cholesterol, which is the bad cholesterol, which is not true. So the saturated fat that's in coconut oil is a medium chain fatty acid versus a long chain fatty acid that you would find in meat and animal products. It's a medium chain, so it actually puts you into fat burning, and it helps elevate your HDL, which is your good cholesterol. So lots of studies done on this. I encourage you to go on the internet. Yes, and there was actually a study done where they took women and gave them just 30 milliliters, which is 2 tablespoons of coconut oil a day. And they decreased their waist lines more than the women who didn't have coconut oil, and their HDL levels were raised.
That's huge.
Huge, absolutely. So eat your coconut oil every
want
day.
Some of that.
And we're going to use that in our
Very
shake today as
Great.
well.
So
Okay.
what's next? We got a couple more minutes.
Okay, these are hot peppers. So hot peppers contain capsicum, and capsicum is fat burning. And there's been a lot of studies done on this as well. And one in particular that I want you to pay attention to is by eating at least one spicy meal a day, you can increase your metabolism by about 25%.
Why does it affect your metabolism in that way?
It heats up your digestive system and causes you to burn fat. They did a study where the participants ate some peppers along with coffee, and they burn an extra 1,000 calories a day. 1,000 calories.
That is
Spicy
huge.
peppers, right.
That's a major
Just watch
boost.
the habaneros, and don't say I didn't warn you. They are muy caliente, okay?
Watch out for that.
Watch out for that.
Great.
Next we have green and oolong tea, and again, they put you into fat burning, so oolong tea in particular, both of them. They have polyphenols, they have a little bit of caffeine, but the good kind of caffeine, and they have what's called EGCG, which is short for a very long name that nobody wants to pronounce, and it puts you into fat burning. So study done on oolong tea, in drinking 1 cup a day, the participants burned an extra 110 calories per day. So fat burning. So drink your green tea. There's also oolong tea in this product, which I call the healthy coffee. It's called Pure Cafe, and I'll talk about that in a minute because first I want to talk about green coffee bean. Now you may have heard about green coffee bean on Dr. Oz. Naturopathic doctor and clinical nutritionist Dr. Lindsay Duncan talks about green coffee bean on Dr. Oz.
What's so special about it?
And what's so special is it contains chlorogenic acid, and chlorogenic acid slows the release of glucose into your bloodstream. So you get energy from sugar, which is glucose, and fat. So if you have less glucose in your blood, where do you think you're going to go to get your energy? Fat. So it's good for fat burning. And
excellent.
I've had a lot of clients have great success with this product, and this also includes what's called bioperin. And bioperin helps with absorbability. It's black pepper extract, and so what you take bioperin with helps it absorb more, so you get more absorption with this particular product with the chlorogenic acid. And both of these products come from a company called Genesis Pure. This I call the healthy coffee. It has the oolong tea, it has the chlorogenic acid from the green coffee bean, it has a balancing blend, so it's not as really acidic like coffee is, like standard coffee. It does have some of the roasted bean as well. As you can see, these are the green coffee beans. They're unroasted, pure. And then it also contains cacao, which is what we know is chocolate, also a superfood, so a really fantastic, delicious coffee.
Awesome. So we went over all these important superfoods that you can add and boost your metabolism. I learned a lot. Now we're going to include some of these in a smoothie to help you out.
Yes, we're going to use something from each category into the smoothie. And this is really easy to make. And while I'm putting this together, I just want to note that we have the recipe for the viewers to take a look at.
Yes,
this is a single serving.
Today.
And you can, if you make too much, whoops, if you don't spill it, you can save it. And I just kind of eyeball it, but it's about 1 cup of almond milk.
Okay.
Almond milk has no sugar. Okay, this one is unsweetened almond milk. You can use rice milk, but you're going to get far fewer calories in the almond milk as you would with the rice milk. So same with, coconut milk. You can use anything that you want in that.
Okay.
So we're going to add the coconut milk. I'm going to add a little bit of this acai. So
and this is great. Tell me about
and
this.
you can actually use the packets if you want, or I like the juice. So I don't prefer frozen, especially in the wintertime. So I just prefer the juice. And
Gina, where do you get this? Where do you purchase this
this is also from Genesis Pure.
Okay, so
if you
online.
get an acai juice, you want to get 100% acai. Do not get a sweetened acai product because then you're adding sugar, and a lot of times the wrong kind of sugar. The reason why I like to use this in shakes is because there's only like 4 grams of natural sugar in this. So if you taste it by itself, it's not that palatable. It's very bland
You got to
tasting.
add it with other things.
Right,
to make it
exactly,
work. Great.
exactly.
How much of that are we putting in?
We're going to put in a couple ounces. Again, I'm kind of eyeballing it.
Okay, so we
but-
got that.
Yeah.
And what's the next ingredient?
And that's a superfood as well. So you're getting lots of vitamins and minerals. So it's like eating a fruit.
Excellent.
So every meal you want to have a protein, a carbohydrate, and a fruit or vegetable. So
Okay.
that will all be in this. I'm going to
Excellent.
put in a little bit of the cacao nibs and about, I don't know, a tablespoon. I have clean hands, but I'm
believe
gonna.
you. You're good.
Since you're gonna taste this,
so
I'll be
nice.
careful.
I'm tasting this after, so she's being extra careful.
Yeah.
You're not sick or anything, so we're good.
No.
And then, is that peanut butter?
This is peanut
Okay.
butter, and I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, and
And what kind of peanut butter is this?
This is
a
an
little different.
organic,
Okay.
natural peanut butter. You do not want to get the ones with hydrogenated oil. So this is just.
Don't get Skippy or Jif.
I was not going to mention any brand names, but thank you for doing
It doesn't
that
work as
for
well
me.
if you
No,
go
you don't want to
that
get that bad
direction.
fat. This is all about good fats.
Just trying to help you guys out here.
And this, it has actually 15 grams of protein and 9 grams of fiber and only 4 grams of sugar for the entire thing. And it has about 563 calories.
Awesome.
This is cayenne pepper, so you will taste a little bit of heat.
Got a little bit of that heat. Well, we got about a minute left.
A little bit of stevia. Can you hand me
The oats.
the oats?
Got it.
And
Okay.
then what I would normally do is I'd blend it in this little blender, but I'm just gonna pour some in here, so this is not gonna taste quite the same. You wanna make sure you ground it up.
That's a good thing to remember. I don't want to toss that in there.
Ground it up. And
You don't want it to
thank
fly
you.
everywhere.
And we
Make
got
sure
the
that's
cacao
on.
nibs, IC berry, oh, and the coconut. The coconut,
Oh, the coconut.
yeah.
We can't forget this. My favorite ingredient.
Yeah. And you do about a tablespoon in there.
Okay.
And again, this is adding healthy fat. So you can just add 1. If you had 2, it's not going to taste right. So just do 1 and you can have another one later.
Great.
Blend it right up. Okay, this again is not going to taste quite the same because the oats are whole. but
And it's a protein shake. Remind people, it's not a sweet.
this is not that
fruity
yummy,
shake. This is to give
sweet,
you that
fruity.
boost.
Right. This is a power shake.
you.
So it tastes fine. It's not like it tastes bad, but it's definitely a power shake. Very peanut
I think it
buttery.
tastes pretty good.
Yeah, I think so too. But
So
again,
this is
it's
one
not very
serving
sweet.
that we just
Right.
put all together. Great.
Right, and this is very, very filling. Again, you're getting most of it from good fats, and
That's pretty good.
when you eat the right nutrition and the right amount of fat, you're not going to crave.
Which is what we all want to feel,
Right,
or don't want to
exactly.
feel those
Exactly.
cravings rather. So remind everyone, what's your website to get more information?
GinaVanLuven.com, and you can get to everything from there. I've got the recipe online as well under the blog and the recipes, but GinaVanLuven.com. That's spelled like Van Luven, and I know you love to call me Van Luven because it's such a cool
It does sound cool,
name.
but you know what I mean when I say it. It is
Vanluven.
Luven.
Yes, but it's pronounced.
All right. Well,
Van
thank you so much. This is delicious.
Oh,
This
you're
will
welcome.
be part of my morning breakfast. So thank you.
You're
We certainly
welcome.
appreciate
Thanks
your
so
time.
much for having me
I'll
on.
have the recipe online. Remember, thank you so much, Gina. We really appreciate your time. After this quick break, we're ending out the show in just a couple of minutes. Don't go away.